if you have not been on our broadcast before, please share this video, like, leave your comment. We're going to be reading your comment. And I'm going to be speaking with Tolani Fasehun at Nutrition GC. She is a clinical dietitian. She's going to be telling us why some of these African beverages are healthy for us. So we're going to be talking about this. So, Tolani, as usual, please can you tell us a bit about yourself? A bit of introduction. Maybe this will be the last time, so you don't crucify me.
I'm Tolani. I'm a registered dietitian. I'm a presenter with NCA2 Lagos. I'm passionate about nutrition and media. That's pretty much.
Okay. I always like to bother Tolani about introducing herself. She has done it over again, but she still bears with me. So our topic today is why these African beverages are good for you. So first of all, let me share a picture. Let me share pictures of one of our beverages that we're going to be talking about today. Let me start here. So we are going to be talking about this, like this one. I can hear you. Tolani, can you hear me? Okay. So we're going to be talking about beverages like this. But before we go too far, I'll stop the sharing so Tolani will give us a breakdown, then we'll continue from there. So we're going to be talking about beverages like this today. So, Tolani, please describe an African beverage to us. What do they look like? What is it? Just tell us what's an African beverage.
Let me say that African beverages, we talk about beverages that are made from maybe fruits, seeds, whatever that grew within the African region, the tropics here. Yes. Most of our tropical fruits, most of our tropical, our cereals like millets, like corn, like nuts, like tiger nuts, most of all these that grow here conveniently, they are not imported. We have them here. Those are, what we make African beverages from. And each of them are unique. Each of them is unique. They have their distinct nutritional abilities that is so helpful. They have, they're easy to make. 90% of them are so easy to make that we can make them at home at our leisure. They are that easy. So that basically about these African.
But when you say beverages, they basically are in liquid form. This is something like we drink, like your Coca-Colas and all this stuff.
These are different. Of course, you drink them like those carbonated drinks, but these ones are different. They are healthier. They are untouched. The processing you do is not like the processing of carbonated drink that has 8, 9, 12 cubes of industrial sugar in it and some caffeine and some preservatives. No, these things are pure. These things are natural. They have a lot of minerals in them, a lot of vitamins that would prevent in the long run with regular intake of these drinks. It would prevent some disease conditions, from endangering someone's body. In fact, some of them have healing and therapeutic effect. 90% of them, in fact, let me say 95 or 99% of most of those beverages we have here, they have, therapeutic abilities if we, use them well.
Okay. What is unique about African beverage? What's so unique about them?
We talked about the nutritive properties in them and the fact that they've not gone through too much processing. They've not gone through too much processing. You don't have industrial sugar. There are times people make like Zobo drink now. Let's talk about Zobo drink. this very.
Mm. When you mean Zobo, should I put a picture up? If you need me to
Yes,
put
you
the
can put
pictures
a
up,
picture
let me
of
know.
that drink so that some will know what we're talking about. It's from hibiscus, hibiscus flower, red. Some call it red tea. It's more in West Africa, especially the Yoruba climb. They have the green one that they use for some vegetables, for some soups. They call it, no, can you singly separate the Zobo from the other pictures? The number one
Which of the
picture
pictures are you talking
is
about?
the Zobo drink.
Which of the numbers? Which of the pictures
One and
should
two.
I go to? Yeah.
Okay.
So I have the number 2 now.
Yeah. So okay. So that's what I'm saying. Now look at this red hibiscus, red tea. Sorry, they call it hibiscus. I think some other countries that have absorbed that take it to, like Jamaica, they call it Roselle. Is it Rosalie or Roselle, something like that? So it is. This one is one different, not just cup of refreshment. It has this very acidic taste because the level of vitamin C in it is very high. That is ascorbic acid. And you know, when we talk about vitamin C, it has its own role when it comes to immunity, especially against common colds, respiratory issues. It has a lot of potassium in it. And when we talk about potassium, you know, we are talking about hypertension. That is an anti-hypertension. So by the time you have a lot of potassium, especially people that are hypertensive, by the time you have a lot of potassium, the incidences of high blood pressure would reduce by a mile. And this drink is so rich. In fact, the potassium level is so high. So I can recommend it for people that are hypertensive. And then it has magnesium too. It has magnesium too. All this.
So so you mean Zobo is healthy for people who are
It's healthy for
hypertensive?
everyone. Yes, because we shouldn't wait until the body is sick before. But then people that are hypertensive would benefit from the potassium content. And then it has magnesium, very high level of magnesium. When they talk about people are having autoimmune diseases and this DNA issue, some genes, because magnesium is responsible for all those things about DNA, the gene formation, all of those things. It has some level of magnesium, not too high, but just minimal. And then vitamin C, and then I think it has some calcium and all of that. So it is a beautiful drink, and making it is so easy. You just get the leaves. Maybe let's say you get about 5 cups of that leaf. You just wash it, just clean it with water. Don't do any excess washing so that some of the nutrients won't seep away. Just clean it. And after that, you boil it. You boil it in maybe, let's say, 2 liters of water. After in fact, some people make it up to 5 liters, 5 cups of the leaves to 5 liters of water. And when you boil it, you see the water turn red because the leaves itself, the Zobo leaves, are red. In some other countries, outside Africa, within Africa, maybe South Africa, they call it red tea. So when you boil it for a while, when it's well boiled and most of the colors, are out there, you can now add things like some people had dates. People use dates in place of sugar now. You remove the dates and they oven dry it and they blend it. And it's been a very good sugar alternative. But I'm not giving this for diabetic patients. Anyone who is diabetic, please, I'm not giving you that as an alternative. Your dietitian will help you in that regard. Yes, there's. But for every other person that doesn't have any sugar issue, yes, this is fantastic. For any other person that doesn't have any sugar issue, this is beautiful. So by the time you add, even if you don't want to add dates, you can just add pineapple. You can get pineapple, you can blend the pineapple, maybe some 3 slices of pineapple, blend it, strain out the juice, and add to it as the sweetener. Some people also had ginger. Some had lemon, like we can see here. We have some cubes of ice blocks and, some rings of lemon. This is a very nourishing. You can imagine when it's chilled, it has very acidic taste. I think some people don't like the very acidic, taste that it has. So this is a very nutritious drink on a very hot afternoon. You have it chilled. I mean, you're enjoying yourself healthily, not enjoying to have to be managing one disease condition or the other, like we have in most of those drinks we have on the shelves. We also have some people.
So let me repeat I like to emphasize on this point. You made something clear that this drink you're seeing on the screen right now is actually healthy for hypertensive people and even for everybody. You said you advise everybody to take it from time to time.
Everybody. And then I'm saying that it has a lot of potassium. And since it has a lot of potassium, hypertensive patients will benefit from it. Yes.
And it's called Zobo. It is called Zobo. If you have an African friend, you're based in Germany, if anybody you have an African friend and you don't know this, ask question. It is called Zobo. It is prepared from hibiscus flower. Okay,
yes,
do we move to the next picture now?
People that are commercializing it. No, that's Zobo. It's still packaged. Some people, yeah. Some people, they sell this. It's well packaged. They already know the expiry date. Of course, when you produce it under constant refrigeration, it is well bottle tight. You should be able to stay a week, plus under constant refrigeration, bottle tight, So some people do this. It's business for a lot of people around here. When it's hygienic, that's the NAFDAC number and all of those, food bodies. It's a beautiful one, and we hope we have many of these to replace the sugary carbonated drinks out there, causing more harm.
When you mean sugary carbonated drink, we're talking about Coca-Cola, the Fantas, and all other soft drinks.
I don't want to, I don't want to be arrested. Yeah, I'm just talking about all carbonated and canned drinks. You know them. There are many.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So let's move to the next item, isn't it? We go to this.
Okay.
What is this?
Soya milk. This is soya beans. I guess this is soya. Yes, soya beans from soya milk in the glass cup, soya bean seeds. And that is another drink our mothers, grandmothers used to make back then, even though maybe this generation, I don't know how much we are still open to soya milk. But soya milk is a fantastic meal on its own. Number one, it's a good alternative to animal milk, animal-based milk, because some people have issues with that. They don't want to take milk from cow. They don't want to, but this is a good alternative. Why? Because the level of protein in it is so huge. The level of protein in it is so huge and so similar to animal proteins. It is the only, in fact, it is the only plant protein that has the same protein quantity like animal proteins. By now we all know that beans, for instance, beans is 65% carbohydrate, 40-something percent protein. I know you know that. Yes, a lot of people, it became a conversation, AY Live, and then I think he shared it on Facebook that, that everybody had grown up to say beans is protein, but he heard it somewhere that it is carbohydrates, that people should shed light. And I commented too. I explained that it has like 60-something percent of carbs in it, and then 40-something percent of protein. So it is that's why I'm saying that it is rare to see real plant proteins that are of high biological value, that have high protein value. Soya milk for now is still that only plant product that has high protein content, very high protein content, higher than most other plant proteins. So when you're having this, you're having a huge, some people use it in weight loss when they want to go on high protein. This is, they take a lot of this. And then, of course, it has a lot of calcium in it because dairy has a lot of calcium. This too has calcium that can stand side by side with normal milk, So the only restriction about this is there are some beliefs, there are some schools of thought that say that it increases estrogen. It has some estrogen, is a faulty substance in it. And so they would be like some women that are having hormonal problems, fertility issues, may not take, soybean. But then soybean is fantastic. So the drink is just, the simple, like you're soaking beans for our own moi moi food. You soak it, you peel up, you remove the peel, you soak it over the night, at least 12 hours. Then after that, you remove the peel. In fact, you break it, because as you're removing the peel, it will break. You remove the peel, and when you do that, you blend it. When you blend it, you just yes, I think it's after it's blended smooth, you have your milk there.
Okay. Actually, let's be brief with description of what we're doing. Let's just go to the point, and so we don't get long description because our time is really limited. But then let me go to the next video. I want to run through the pictures quickly. Then I'll start coming down with the question.
Tiger nuts.
So what about this? What is this?
Tiger nuts is the new craze thing over here now. A lot of men are going for tiger nuts, and
why men? Why men?
It's from the northern region. They call it Aya in Hausa. So well, it has.
So why specific? I want to know why specific. Okay, why is it that men go for this?
Because it's an how do you pronounce this now? Aphrodisiac. Is it aphrodisiac? That means it stimulates sexual libido. It helps against erectile dysfunction, low sperm count, and it boosts libido. There are many fruits that have this aphrodisiac ability. Oranges, vitamin C related foods, they have it. People can take a lot of oranges and then have some, maybe the females can have some honey feeling, the men can have some desire for sex. There are many, arugula, spinach, strawberries, all of those foods, even papaya has to a particular extent. But tiger nuts have been, by research, although there's still room for more researches in that regard, has been found to help with erectile dysfunction in men. It boosts libido too in both sexes, And I think that what is possible for this must be the high level of magnesium in it and zinc. Zinc. We find zinc in a lot of seafoods. Usually we advise people to take a lot of seafoods, like oysters, like just that shrimps have some level of cholesterol. Just once in a while, even when people are on honeymoon, you actually advise them, people should do a lot of seafood, so we should, because it is rich in zinc and it will boost, sexual desire and all of that. So the same thing, tiger nuts has a lot of zinc in it, and that must be the reason why men realize that when they take the drink, they feel more desire for sex.
All right, let me move to the next one. We're running quick on time. Okay, this is the same drink, so I'll move to this one. What is this?
Yeah, this
looks delicious anyway.
I think, yeah, this must be kunu, our own kunu drink, the one on this right side. No, show me the first. Yeah, it's kunu, but they added a lot of things to it. They added dates to it. They added coconut. I can see the coconut peel there. Then they added even part of this tiger nuts. This is a hot combination. But go back to the first picture before this. Yes, this is kunu. So this is kunu. This is another northern based drink that everybody around here, especially in Nigeria, have come to enjoy a lot. It's made from millet. It's made from millet, although they had a whole lot of things to it. And it's rich in iron. It has iron, it has magnesium too. It has a lot of potassium too. And this has been helped to, I believe now, I'm trying to relate it, scientifically, that it must be the calcium in it, it must be the magnesium. It has some level of magnesium in it and the iron. Because women that are going through maybe menopausal syndrome, or they're going through menstrual pain and all of that, menstrual, some people just, women can have some mood swings and all of those things. By the time they take this drink, it has this relaxative effect on them. And it's so natural. You can make it at home and have it there. It has this relaxative effect on them that cools down your nerves. I know that must be the magnesium in it, cools down your nerves. And it also helps in fertility, especially in the female. The iron content is also huge. And we know how iron matters a lot. We hear a lot of women that they have anemia in pregnancy and all of these issues. In fact, we advise young ladies from the moment you're thinking of taking in, getting pregnant, you must boost your iron intake. And this is part of the drinks. This kunu drink, it's part of the things that can boost iron for us, although we have some other foods that are rich in iron. So this is another wholesome drink that can be made,
Okay, then that means I want us to be done with the picture. We're done with this. What about this?
I forgot to add something. That kunu also contains lignin. And that lignin, that lignin has cancer-fighting properties in it. So when you're drinking a cup of kunu, you're actually taking not just something that helps and cools down your nerves, not just something that affects, because of iron, women's fertility. It also boosts testosterone level, reduces anxiety, cools you down. You have something that is fighting cancer when you're drinking it. Okay, this is ginger carrot, drink. These are tropical plants. We have carrots a lot here. It's grown, all over in this region. And then we have a lot of ginger. Or at best, you could use carrot and turmeric, because turmeric and ginger are relatives. They are family members. Or you could use turmeric and carrot, or ginger and carrot. So blending the two together, we have this drink. And this is another beautiful, healthy drink, because the ginger itself, ginger is one hot herb. It has a lot of vitamin C. And that was during the COVID period, people took a lot of ginger drink. Yes, people took a lot of ginger drink, and maybe in green tea, it fights, it helps the body, strengthens the immune system to be able to fight against diseases generally. And then I think the major thing in ginger is what they call gingerol. Gingerol in it, that particular agent is so strong, helps against osteoarthritis, inflammations generally. When they say there's some form of inflammations in this person's body, ginger drink is a very hot one. And then for carrots, we know when people have eye pain, night blindness, yes, issues with vision, sight generally, and of course, even heart problems. This issue of vasodilation, I don't want to start explaining all of that. Carrot is another good one. So combining both, you have a very awesome, hot, healthy drink.
Okay, beautiful. Now we are done with the pictures. I'll get the pictures out of the way so we can properly discuss everything right now. Let me stop sharing. Okay, I think we are done out of sharing. My next question is, What is the difference between these traditionally prepared beverages and the prepared, the one prepared using modern tools, like these carbonated
I
ones and all?
explained
So
earlier
what is the difference?
that the ones that are industrially prepared
Mhm.
have added sugars and preservatives in them. If they tell you contain,
But the question I'm asking, I'm talking about the process at which they get to the particular point and the process that they get to here. Does it matter if this one is using more biologically food that are natural, and maybe those ones are using chemicalized
of course,
juice and all that stuff?
of course, if
Is there
you're
a difference
using
in that?
natural things like you're making Zobo drink now, and the sweetener there, you are using pineapple as the sweetener. Ah, that is a goal of health for you. That is better than when you're using white sugar as sweetener. If you're using white sugar as sweetener for something like Zobo, then you could as well go drink your bottle canned drink. I don't want to mention any particular one. You could as well go drink that. You're making tiger nut, you use dates, blended dates as your sweetener. You don't even need sweetener because some of them are naturally sweet. You are making kunu, you use dates, use they even use it. Some people even put black pepper. They use a whole lot of things. You know, they had sweet potato to itself. You know, Zobo is quite a unique drink. So you by the time you add all of those things, you're even increasing the nutritive value of the drink, and you are reducing the health risks that can come from those that are just caffeine, sugar, and all of that they put in it.
Where should these beverages be served? Should it be served after meal? Should it be done? That's where can we extract the best health benefit? Should it be served early morning or later at night or before or after dinner? Which is the best time?
It depends on the kind of drink. It depends on the kind of drink. For instance, this Zobo that has a lot of vitamin C. Which other one has a lot of vitamin C again? I know Zobo has a lot of ascorbic acid. Then I think carrot and ginger also has a lot of ascorbic acid. For those ones, I would advise you don't take them on empty stomach. I would advise you take them after meal, except even if you must take them on empty stomach, maybe in the morning, make sure you have food around you in the next 15 to 20 minutes so that you don't become an ulcer patient. But for those other ones, that kunu is like a meal. It has sweet potato.
That's what I wanted to go into, because my next question should have been, can we consider these beverages as food also?
Well, for those on weight loss programs, yes. You could take this kunu and there may be some grilled fish, and that can be food. But if you're not on weight loss, and then for those who want to sleep well, like this kunu, this soya milk, for those that have insomnia, it can help them to sleep well if they take it last thing at night. You know, so it can be taken as food, but you know, you accompany it with something, no matter how little, maybe with moi moi or maybe with grilled fish or something, so that it will really be a complete meal, because it has more millets in it, you know, and it can be taken as a
meal. Does some of these beverages really help? Does it help in the digestive process? Does it help in any way?
Well, they have some level of fibers in them. Yes, they have some level of fibers in them. For instance, which one has the highest level of fibers now? I think I would say kunu still has the highest level of fiber. Carrot and ginger, if you make it as a smoothie, not like a juice. If it's as a smoothie, it has a lot of fibers in it. So, and then, yeah, it has a lot of fibers in it.
When I was looking through those pictures, you know, we saw some of those, like the first drink, the hibiscus, Zobo. Some of them, we saw the one that was bottled. When some of these beverages, African beverages, are bottled, do they lose their quality, or is it better when it's served fresh? Does it lose any quality when it's bottled and kept for some days, or is it better when you drink it fresh
I think
immediately
it
as
is both.
homemade?
If you take it fresh, if it is bottled, the bottling one, they can't keep it for more than a week. And it should be under constant refrigeration. Yes, because
Okay. So that means this cannot be, Zobo cannot be, some of these drinks cannot be produced industrially.
People can pick it up. I think there's a particular alcohol, but not just alcohol. There's at maybe Schweppes or whichever one of them. I noticed that they started packaging Zobo too. They started packaging watermelon juice. So yeah, these drinks can be, it can be packaged. They can take it to a higher industrial level, but we plead with them. Let them not bamboozle it and fill it up with too much sugars again, because it will be the same thing like what we're running away from.
So finally, my final question: which is the most popular African beverage in Nigeria right now? What are people consuming more?
I think the one people are crazy more about is this tiger nut. That's the in. I think that's the in thing. Of course, Zobo.
Okay, because people are thinking about the effect on their libido or sexual acts.
Yeah, especially among the men, the males, because even as I am, I don't think
women will always find the way to point the finger at men.
I am them.
Okay, we accept.
People, they talk about it a lot in the streets. You hear them. It's all about tiger nuts. But there are two major drinks. I think the tiger nuts drink and the Zobo drink. Those two, I buy Zobo a lot. I try to make it too. I buy chilled ones too. I take it a lot. I just like it, you know. And then I've never taken tiger nuts before though, but I think it's also good.
All right, thank you very much. It has been a very interesting part of African beverages, why these African beverages are healthy for you. If you have not tasted any of these African beverages, go check them out or ask your friend that's in Africa to prepare you one. They are very healthy, and you just heard it from Tolani Fasehun, a clinical dietitian who is our specialist on this matter. And if you have not checked that out, you want to know more about your diets and how it affects your body or what it does to your body, go check at Tolani Fasehun online at Nutrition Gist, or put in her name at Tolani Fasehun and you get to find her. And if you want to get in contact with her and you want to get to be her patient or somebody who will give advice on how to eat properly, talk to me or reach out to her online yourself. And also don't forget to like this video, share this video, and also leave a comment about this. If you have a question, leave it there. Tolani is going to answer to it. Honestly, thank you very much for giving me your time. It's been a special time with you. I believe we're going to do another episode next time about this topic. Maybe we have not covered enough because there are so many numerous African beverages out there. We're just taking some few that we know ourselves, but across Africa, thousands of them. So I want to say thank you very much for giving me your time. And your last word before we go.
I would always want to say that the things that would help us are usually so easy around us to find. It is not until we go to make some huge purchases. They're easy. They are the cheapest things. The healthiest things are actually the cheapest things. Take it from me. And just make do with those ones you find around. Make do with this tiger nuts, make do with this Zobo leaves, and you have a bowl of health around you. It would help a great deal.